It's a tale as old as time itself. The story of a rabid murder bunny returning home from a revenge spree only to find his home village beset by bandit slavers. And in true Akira Kurosawa fashion, this little rodent is forced to act. So he creeps, he sneaks, he leaps, and also he crazy as hell. Overgrowth lets you engage with the enemy in a physics-driven and violent clashing of limbs and blades. The combat mechanics are a breath of aggressively fresh air and leaves you wanting to master it more and more. And thanks to a very forgiving autosave feature, re-engaging with the enemy is never more than a few angry mouse clicks away, and keeps the pace of the rinse and repeat combat going nicely. And despite lacking in regards to concealed stealth approaches, Overgrowth still provides the player with a surprisingly violent stealth takedown. Besides combat, the player only meets one other challenging gameplay aspect: world traversal. The mechanics of which are good, but you will undoubtedly run into a bit of frustration when climbing and grabbing ledges. Your character has the ability to jump great distances, wall run, scramble, and climb. All of these skills will be put to the test when moving through the world, and without a doubt, our furry friend will take his fair share of bone-crushing falls. The plot revolves around a few central characters and introduces new mini-bosses along the way as you progress towards your goal of eliminating the threat of slave trade amongst the animals, which the bunnies take the brunt of. This journey will take you from snow-capped mountains through foggy swamps and deep into the molten places of the world and more before it's all said and done. And now, in proper SGG fashion, we return here to the SmashGrab user interface, where I will now rate the 3 key elements of the game. The visual spectacle of this game sort of stops after the superb character design, so the lack of detail and depth in the level design will put the graphics/style rating at a 3 out of 4. If not for the character models, I would be putting it at a 3 or 2. Despite some janky climbing mechanics, I'll have to put this at a 4 out of 4. The combat mechanics were such a joy. The ragdoll and general physics behind it all made every encounter feel new and exciting no matter how much time you spent grinding them. Without a doubt, the lowest scoring aspect of this game is the story. I'm giving it a 2, but only because 1 is reserved for games with no story at all. The lack of voice acting and depth made following the plot feel tedious and relatively pointless. Overall score for Overgrowth? A very respectable 3 out of 4. This has been an SGG mini review. As always, thank you for watching. Be good.